Alright, we're going to make a quick video on here how to mine on a Windows machine. A lot of times miners come out in Linux, and Linux is really hard. It's meant to run on a Linux machine. So in order to get Linux to run on Windows, you can do the software called, first of all, VirtualBox, 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 and you need to download that. It's by Oracle. You just click on the download, and it will download. You want to download the Windows host. If you are using other systems, you can do that, but we're not explaining that here. So click on Windows Host and it'll download it. It's fairly big, so it might take a little bit depending on your speed of your internet. Next, you also want to start and download Ubuntu, which is spelled U-N-B-U-N-T-U. No, Ubuntu, no N in there. Sorry, I misspelled it. U-B-U-N-T-U, Ubuntu. You'll click on that and go to the download section on there. And this is an operating system, so it's a pretty big file. Download the latest version, which at this current time is 18.04 LTS, which stands for long-term support. So you'll want to download that, and it'll also start downloading down here in the bottom. And it does take a while. It took about an hour and 30 minutes for me. Actually, this is a different internet connection. It's actually not too long, but I'm going to go ahead and cancel that because I've already downloaded the copy and I don't want to fill my hard drive. So I'm going to go into Show Folder. When you download that, it's going to here's the VirtualBox. You want to double click on it and install it. It's going to install just like, let's see here if it'll let me install it here. I've already installed it on this computer, but you'll just click Next. There's a couple settings in there, and you'll want to I'll go ahead and repair this one here. I may crash my other stuff. And when you go through well, actually it's not going to let me do it because I have already installed it. So, but there's some settings in there. Just click, all the default settings are fine. So just click Next, 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 just like you do with any other program. Once you get that up and going, then you will have the VirtualBox open, which it's going to look like this right here. It's going to look like this here. I've already installed 3 servers on this VirtualBox as test servers, so your brand new copy won't have these 3 epics here, but it will have this blue box with the tool in it, or tools in it. You'll click New, and you call it whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call mine Epic 4. So it's going to be Epic 4 on there, and type is going to be Ubuntu, Linux. First option type is going to be Linux, and then you're going to go down through here to scroll down the very bottom, and you're going to look for Ubuntu 64-bit version. I'm pretty sure you have to have the 64-bit version on all this software because that's a 64-bit processor. Older computers are 32-bit, and I had a little problem on this computer here because it only showed 32-bit. If you run into that, you'll have to just go to YouTube and Google. I don't see 64-bit on my Windows computer when trying to install Ubuntu. And there's multiple videos out there that tell you what to do. It's a little technical. You have to get in the BIOS, and you have to restart your computer, hit F2 on most computers, F8 on some computers, go into the BIOS, and you have to change the setting in advance for virtualization. You have to turn that on. But that's for another video if your computer does that, or private messaging. I'll try to help you. But if you have 64-bit, hopefully you do, click 64-bit and then Next. Here it's asking how much memory you want. I would probably do, you can do up to, I'm going to go ahead and put up the green there. It tells you how much your system can handle there. So I'm going to go and put just right up to 11, right up to the max there. So 10 gigabytes or whatever. You don't have to. It's not real memory intensive, but I am testing this one out. My last one I chose 4 and it ran fine. Leave all this stuff the same. Virtual disk, VDI, virtual disk image, virtual disk hard drive, virtual disk machine. I'm just going to leave it the first option, all the default options on there. If you want to get fancy, you might be able to try something else, but this is what worked for me. Dynamically allocated, 10 gigabyte. I'm just going to leave it at 10 gigabyte. That's a bunch. Hopefully we won't need that much here. There you go. Boom. It's made. We made our virtual machine inside our Epic operating system inside the box. Now there's a couple settings in here you have to configure. You have to go to settings because it doesn't have an operating system yet. So you gotta change some stuff in here. Inside here, so that's the name, the Linux 64. We set that earlier. Advanced. I like to copy and paste stuff, so I'm going to do bidirectional copy and paste. Bidirectional copy and paste. You still have to add additional software on to make that happen, which I'll show you at the very end. But description, if you want to do all that, you don't have to do anything there. System, there's your memory. You can change that if you want. I'll leave everything default. Processor, you want to get this here as, right at the green line. You can't go past that because it'll give you an error down here. I'm not sure what that is. I think I have an 8-core CPU, but I am going to just leave it at 4 there. You don't want to take too much, I guess, because if you do, then your Windows might crash. Execution cap, whatever, I just leave that at default there. And acceleration, leave those at default also. Display, video memory, 16 gigabyte. Looks like I got a bunch of space here, so I'm going to bump it up a little bit at 32. Monitor count, I'm going to leave it at 1, even though I do have multiple monitors. Scale, I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave it there at the bottom. Storage, okay, this is the part where you add the operating system. Now, Windows has a image disk or operating system. When you boot your computer, it runs on. This needs to know what to look at. So we downloaded this down here. Remember we were downloading this file down here? I canceled it. It downloaded it to my downloads folder. I'm going to look in here for the ISO version of this, and it is, I think I already moved it. Yeah. When you download the file, I downloaded it and I changed it to, where did I change it to? Desktop. I changed it here. Mining folders. Let's see here. Epic. I will have to find that. I'm gonna hold on one second. Okay, I remember what I did with it. When you download it, it puts it in the download folder, just like you. I'm gonna show this in folder here, and it put it right there. I just Control X, copy, or cut it. Right click, cut. Do that too. So cut it, and then I put it in another folder. I've got an VirtualBox 1. See, there's the Ubuntu right there. So let's just paste it there. You don't have to paste this there, but that's how you would paste the actual the ISO file. So when I did that, it comes up into here, and you just choose that folder, and you go to where that folder is. I've already done that, and so it automatically mounts it in here. So I'm just going to grab one of these things here, press OK, and actually settings, audio stays the same, network stays the same. You can mess around with stuff if you need to use it. Shared folders, I don't really need to use that stuff right now, so I'm just going to press OK. You are done. So you've set up your virtual machine running Linux. Now go ahead and start it. It will take a good bit of time to install everything because right now you're executing. It's like starting your laptop or your computer for the first time out of the box. It's installing all the drivers and everything there. It might take a minute. So I'm going to pause this while it does that. And when it does have some prompts for you to ask, what do you want to do? Just click next on all of them. They give you the best option usually by default. I may show you some, but most of them I'm just going to click through. There's also, you may notice this little thing up here in the front. You have auto capture keyboard turned on. This will cause your virtual machine to automatically capture keyboard every time it gives you some little things there. Just read them and X out of them. Okay, here you go. It says try Ubuntu or install it. Just go ahead and install it. And, we support the English on there. You may be able to do your own language if you can navigate that. I know my keyboard works. If you want to test your keyboard, you can type in letters there and make sure your keyboard, it'll help you make sure your keyboard works with it. I'm going to press continue. And it's going to go through here and go through some stuff. Normal installation, like I said, everything's default. Just click erase disk. This does not erase your disk. It only erases the partition that this program made, the 10 gigabytes we set aside a while ago. Press continue, and I just click next, 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 and it sets it all up. So pretty neat, pretty fast, pretty simple. Here you want to name your server. I try to keep stuff consistent, so Epic 4, it made the box, and then choose a password. Do something you'll never forget, because if you forget this, you will not be able to get into your server. And as with any crypto, write your passwords down, for God's sakes, please. If you don't learn anything from any of my videos, please learn this. Always take your time to record your passwords on a piece of paper. That's called cold storage. Don't copy and paste it. Don't save it on your hard drive. Don't save it in your email. Write it down. It takes a little bit of time. Write them down and keep a paper copy. Make a copy of that and keep that in a separate location. because if you lose this and your crypto's on here, you don't have your backup on there, you could possibly lose your crypto. So just be careful. I want to stress that because I want to make sure you are safe in this and you are happy years down the road with all this stuff. I've learned my lesson the hard way over many, many years of playing with crypto. It's important. Passwords are very important. Alrighty, I'm going to pause this while we let this install. Alrighty, there we go. We got to restart now. Go ahead and restart that. That'll restart your VirtualBox. And we may be up and running here. So, okay, on here, it's got to please remove the installation medium. So press enter. Just press enter. Click on the box and press enter. It'll get rid of it. It'll reboot it. And then it'll keep going. Now, when it finishes, you will have to probably adjust your DPI, your display DPI. It's typical. It doesn't really translate what size your monitor is very well, so you got to tell it. Show you here. So, in other words, if you open this all the way up here, it stays small. So, this is where you need your password again. Told you to write it down because you will need it. There you go. It's back up and going, and alrighty, there's the screen. I like mine a little bigger, so I'm going to right click on it, and actually I think you have to go up here, and there's a little settings button here. You can let that go there, and then somewhere in here, one of these little buttons here, I don't know which one it is. Dock, icon size, unveil, privacy, sharing. What was it? Privacy? No, wouldn't be there. Okay, yeah, you gotta scroll down a little bit. Devices. It's a little tutorial if you don't know how to use this. I'd recommend doing that, but devices. You want to go to devices and then resolution. I'm going to go probably this one here because it's pretty good size, and then you can't see it. This is so annoying. You have to hit tab, 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 and then enter. The actually next was in the top right hand corner, and so now it's full size screen. So now you can actually see it. So I'm going to close out of that, and then here we are. We need to find the terminal. So basically, you're set up. This is a Linux machine here, so this is ready to go. You can do this, and this screen is too big for my screen, so I did do the wrong size. I'm going to do that again just to make it right. So click here. I'm going to try another size. Sometimes you got to tweak it around a little bit, and go down here to orientation. It's going to be, let's do this one here, 19 by 1200. I think that's what my monitor size is. Okay, we applied. Keep changes. That looks a little better, and what do you know, it's still not right. So I don't like scrolling down, so probably a little anal on that, but remind me later. It's going to say there's an update on there. Come in here. Sorry to waste your time with this, but it's, I want you to make sure you guys get it right too. So let's go back down here to this one here, maybe. Apply. Oh, it's not full screen now, but you know what? For the sake of saving time, I'm gonna go with it. Still have to scroll a little bit on there, but there's a little button down here. It's like your phone thing. Show applications, and then keep pressing it. Keep double clicking. Don't double click it. Terminal is actually on the second page. You can right click on it, add to favorites, and boom, it put it over here in the side. So now you can click on that, and that's the terminal you need on there. So if you look at I'll put the copy of the website in the settings there, but once you get that up and going, you can have to delete that out of there. I'm going to go through the installation instructions here real quick with this here. You've got to, here's the GitLab master instructions as of now. I'll put a link this in the bottom of the YouTube video, so you should be able to get that. If not, just copy off the list up there. This is for running a server and the wallet, running the server, the wallet, and the miner, which we're going to do here. So supported platform is Linux x86 64 gigabyte. Like I said, it had 64. Mac OS, no package yet. We do hopefully have Windows is going to be out very soon, but in the meantime, we'll use this here. Requirements. We're going to have to run these requirements. There's 4 arguments here, or 4 apps here. So To do that, you have to come in here and just paste that stuff in there. It's going to say the password for this here. You type in your server password, and it's going to install it. That is, okay, reading package. Already the newest version upgraded. Okay, so this is already installed on this. This is VirtualBox 4. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing here. Control C. This is the second program here. A little neat trick in this program, Ubuntu, you can do the up arrow, and it gives you the last command, so you don't have to paste it in there. You can just backspace, and then control right-click and paste the next program in there. So enter that, and boom. Alrighty, that is in there, and kind of going on. Control C. Actually, I think we have to copy paste that copy. Come back here, do it up again, paste that back. Oops. Sudo app install space, and then just paste the fourth argument in there. Alright, 50%, boom, it's installed. Now, this is already installed on here, so you may have some prompts that come up that says, do you want to continue? You know, just press yes, and you know, it's pretty straightforward. They did a really good job to, you know, make it install pretty straightforward. Alrighty, that's done. Like right here is yes. Click yes. I want to install that. Okay, and it's going through the process here, and it does take a little bit on this one here. This is the OpenSSL. So just kind of wait for it to finish. In the meantime, I'm going to start reading the instructions here. Before installing the Epic components, you'll need to install the lib RandomX dependency. So to do that, you'll just click download here. It's going to open up a new window. Just press save as, and software install defaults. I like to save them in the you can save it in the software install defaults. I don't save file as, and press OK. Okay, now that's there. It should have put it in my downloads. I'm gonna open the file explorer here. Downloads, there it is, right there. Okay, great. So we got it where we want it. Now, going back to, let's get rid of some of the stuff here because I got too much stuff out here. Let's go back to the main page, and we've got that downloaded. Now here's the command to do it, and this is a little tricky, so you got to have some knowledge of your system in order to do this. So I'm going to come over here and paste that in there. So now we've got this. This is just an example. You need to put your exact one in there. In order to get it, go back to your folder there, which is right here, and just see where it's at. Right click, go to properties. It's got the directory right here, so I'm just going to copy that and come back down over here, and I'm going to erase this whole thing here. You got to build this, so it's a little tricky. And when I say build it, you got to paste the directory. You can type in there if you want. I'm too lazy. Right there, random click or random lib RandomX, and this is the folder it's in. So you got to put another slash there to let you know you look inside that folder, and then you got to put the name of it. Press enter, and there you go. It selected unselected package. All right, reading database, preparing to unlock, unpacking, setting up. Okay, it's like it's done with that. That was quick. Going on, moving on, this Epic Server node installation. So the Epic Server is a node, the network that validates, propagates, and sometimes produces new blocks. You later need, which later you'll need a miner, which is basically a collection of process transactions. Okay, we're gonna first install the server. Okay, so you can download the latest server, and you can do the checksum here. The checksum is always good to make sure that it's the right stuff if you don't trust who you're downloading stuff from, or I've done this a few times and it's from the same server. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with it. Save file. Oops, I pressed cancel. So don't press cancel. Press save file and press OK. Now we're gonna have to go back again, and here's the sudo command. So copy that. Go back to your thing. This is really, don't make this harder than it is. It's basically a copy and paste. You got your commands, your what you're doing, and then here's your file. So you just need to delete that. And if you remember, what I do sometimes is put in a little, I make a little notepad here of the different ones. So this is sudo dpkg -1. Now the folder, the thing itself, you go to properties, and it's home epic 4. So I'm going to start a new one of these here because this is my old server. So I'm going to start a new one here and go, this is the paste. That's not the right one. Okay, that's where the, I'll leave that in there because that's good to know. That's actually where it is. My computer's crashing. Great. Okay, going back to here, I'm going to copy that. And yeah, this is Windows, is why I won't do it, because you can't copy between Windows and then, so you actually have to do it inside. So skip that idea, because I didn't install that one file all the way. I'm going to come to here and paste, finish the thing to show to look in that downloads folder, and then grab the, this is the wrong one, this one here, properties. Grab that file name there, that's your server file, and that's 3.3. I don't think that's the latest one for some reason. But regardless, I'm going to grab that and move that out of the way. Come down to here, right click and paste. Now what you're doing is you're telling this command here, the command it gives us in the file right here, this command, and then it says replace this here with your file, not with the brackets on there. So a lot of stuff you can do by trial and error, because you have brackets on there, it probably won't work. Okay, we installed it. Once you've installed it, you come down through here and you can run it. So if you are running Epic Service for the first time, it will use a default configuration. If you want to save all Epic data in a custom directory, you can click Configuring Custom Directory. I'm not going to do custom. I'm going to put it right here in Epic. But if you just type in Epic or be lazy like me and copy and paste, boom, you've now installed the server on a Windows machine. So step 1 of setting up your miner is done. So this is in the background. I'm just going to leave it up and running in the background right now. And you'll see it kind of waiting for peers, and this here might take a minute to synchronize on there. Moving down, you can sync around this here by clicking on it and seeing different things, or you can press tab and do the same thing. There's a couple of hidden screens in here, and so on. So moving on, Epic Server Config. Okay, so I'm going to go, oh, this is configuring your Epic node. By default, the Epic node keeps all its data in these whatever folder / Epic under your home directory. The main server configuration file can be found at the Epic /main / Epic server TOML. This file is fully documented and contains many configuration options for your Epic server. So we'll get into that stuff later, but I'm just going to leave it there. I really don't think it matters. But you can also keep the data in the configure files in the custom directory in the terminal. Navigate to the custom directory which you want to store the data, and then run this little command here. I'm going to skip that. I may come back and do it. I'm going to skip it for now. But now it's time to do the wallet. So the Epic wallet is literally your wallet. So I'm going to skip through this stuff here. We've already got the server running. Download the latest thing, so the latest wallet. There you go. Save as. It's going to put it in the same folder. You have to open a new terminal if you want to leave that running. So right click on your little shortcut there, go to new terminal, go back to your little instruction sheet here, and here's your command, sudo. I'm going to copy that, come back up here, paste. There's the file we need to replace. To get that, you go back to your download. Here's your Epic wallet. What do you know? See how easy this is? Alrighty, grab the directory and copy it. Go back to terminal. The good thing about video, you can always like pause this, because I know I go fast, and I have a lot of people say I go fast, but then I also have a lot of people say I go super, it takes too long to go through these videos. So I try to appease both worlds. If I'm too fast or this is too fast for you, you can always rewind it, go back and watch it again, or just pause it till you get caught up. It's kind of what is expected. Alrighty, we're there. Hit enter. Here, password. This is the server password. No, this is sudo password Epic 4. Yeah, I think this is to install the wallet. Okay, yep. So it's installed. Once your wallet's installed, you have to initialize it. Epic wallet int. Just copy and paste that. What that does, basically start your wallet. This is the coolest part. It's going to give you a password. Do not forget this password. Okay, because you will never get your money. Write this down, tattoo it on your forearm. You know, what I do a lot of times is write the password down and put some characters in the middle of it that only you know what it is. So it's kind of like encrypting your own password. Alrighty, there you go. Now I'm going to show you this because you don't want to show anybody this key here. You want to write it down with a pencil and a piece of paper, or print it out. Wouldn't recommend copying and pasting it because there's a lot of viruses out there, malware, that will actually, you know, send your copy and paste out to the internet and people can get this. If anybody gets this password here, this one right here, this is your key to your wallet. If you ever lose your wallet or your computer dies or whatever, you can actually recover your funds with this combination of words. So it's extremely important you don't use it. Now, it's also extremely important you don't write it down because this is my password and I don't want you taking my money. I'm just joking. I'm not going to use this account. I hope not. Let's see here. Okay, we're there. So that is done. So there's your wallet. And I'm going to take a picture of this. I don't recommend it because this is a test account. I'm just going to take a picture with my phone so I can like try it later on there. I've got 4 of them now, and I have 4 test accounts. And I can probably get them all mixed up, so it's going to be a pain. Okay, now you can also do a custom directory to like hold this. Maybe a good idea because if somebody hacks into it, it might be harder to find. I'm not really sure why you want a custom directory. Easier to find your Epic Wallet TOM file, TOML file, but I'm going to put it in listen mode. Control C, and back over here, paste. Bam. Password for your wallet. Remember I told you to write it down and never lose it. There you go. That's what you'll see. Now it's listening. So now we have 2 things running. We have the actual server, which is right here. And then we actually have the wallet, which is right here, running in the background listening. So moving on. There is a little thing I will show you how to do this. You won't do it right now, but you will want to do it eventually. That's to check your wallet information. If you go in here and you go to paste, and then you can just type this on the fly anytime you want. epic-wallet/info. It's going to ask you your password because it's looking for it's in the main directory. Type in last password, and this is just the password you made at the beginning. It's not that big long one that we talked about. It's just the real short one, whatever you can use your, basically anything. It's not real particular. But there we go. I got 0 tokens. All right, I'm broke. Okay, moving on. Well, the last and final is to run the miner. So we've got these 3 things here. Miners are responsible for mining the transactions, obviously. I'll go read this out loud. Miners are responsible for processing the transactions in the blockchain. When a batch of transactions is processed, the first one is responsible for the processing. It gains a reward and fees for those transactions. That involves both computing power and luck. The 3 algorithms that help produce these blocks are ProgPow, Cuckoo, RandomX. I think that's how you pronounce all of them. Based on the links above, you should select the algorithm that best fits your hardware. So I guess you don't have to run all 3, but to run the Epic Miner, you need also to run the server and the wallet in listening mode, which we already have in the background. You will need the wallet listening to receive epics currently that come from the mining reward transactions. If you succeed in processing a block on the network and you get those rewards, you will need the Epic server to propagate the transaction. Instructions on how to run the Epic server can be found here. We've already got that running. We've already installed that. Looks like they did it twice. You can run the miner using CPU or both CPU and GPU. Alrighty, I was successfully running a CPU earlier. I'll probably do that now just to make it quick and simple. And then you can play around and use the same thing I'm doing here, but to run the other one. So I'm going to open up another terminal. This is our 3rd terminal here. Sudo install apps, this thing here, paste, and password. This is your server password. Remember, we have 2 passwords. We have the server password and we have the wallet password. You can make it both the same you want. I highly do not recommend it, but you can. This will take a few minutes to install. While that's doing that, I'm going to come back in the back and kind of read in the next steps here. The following explains how to install and run the Epic Miner. Download the latest version of the Epic Miner. There's two versions here: Epic Miner CPU only and Epic Miner GPU CPU. I'm going to do the CPU only because that's what I've got AMD cards, and to be honest with you, I haven't got them working yet. So with this server, so I'm going to do the Epic Miner just to get you. Should be the same process for both of them. So if you have NVIDIA, just follow the instructions. It's pretty straightforward. Go ahead and click on the Epic Miner here and save file. Okay. Okay. And going back to here, now we've got that saved down. Now here's your sudo install thing. So go back here to the right click paste. We got to replace this generic thing here with this file. You guys hopefully remember how to do this. Go back to your files here and Epic Miner. There we are. Click on properties. Get your folder directory that you have it downloaded in. Go back to your thing here. Right click, paste. Go back to your thing. Grab the entire file name. Go back to here. You got to finish that out. You got to put the little / in there to let the Ubuntu know you're looking for that folder. Paste it in there. Press enter. All right, that was quick. Okay, now here's the fun part. Oh, you have to download. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. This little thing here, VIM, and I don't think I have it installed in here. Paste VIM Epic Main. All right, it is not in here, so I'm going to do sudo apt vim here. This command here, copy. I don't know why they give you a command and let you. It just installs it automatically. So yes, you want to install that, and it's good. What that is a text editor. So whatever file's in that directory, you look at this here. It's vim epic main epic. That's your toml file. That's your configuration for your server. So it's telling you to configure this. I think you need to turn it off too. Yeah, close any Epic servers running. So we've got the Epic server running in the background still. So because this is here, I want to click on it and press Q. That's going to shut it down, and then go back to here, and we've got it run this little program here. To run that, go back to, we just installed it, so now it's time to run it. Oh, we got to right click and paste. There you go. Okay, now it's just read it simple. Find the line that says enable Stratum server, and this configuration is actually wrong. I've asked them to update it. Unfortunately, have not updated it yet, but it's supposed to have another line here that says enable Stratum server equals false. Find that line. You're supposed to change it to true. So there's been a lot of chat on the rooms about that. So I'll show you where it's at. You scroll down and look for enable Stratum server, which usually it's right beside. There you go. Pool server somewhere. Stratum server. Okay, this thing right here. In order to edit stuff in Ubuntu, in Linux, or whatever, you have to hit the letter I. That puts it in insert mode. Then you can actually TRUE. I think it's capital. You have to spell it right. I don't think it's capital. Because nothing really in here is capital. TRUE. And then press escape. And then :WQ. That's write and quit. Alrighty, that's done for that. So we've enabled that. I forgot to change these things here. So now we're going to go back into it again and paste this entire thing in here again. Open it back up. Right below that was these mining difficulties here. So we changed 1 to 1. This one here, press insert. Change that to 8. Oops. Insert 800. Oh no, my number locks isn't on. 800, and then 100, and then You can save and close the file. After that, you can start your Epic server. Okay, great. So come back to here, escape, :WQ. That's saved. Now we can start the Epic server. So let's go back to here and type in Epic again. Alrighty, the Epic server is, boom, there we got up here now. It's online. Yay. Okay. Now we've got to go there. We've got to configure the Epic Miner. So if I configure the Epic Miner, same thing. We just got to copy that. I'm going to go back to this here, paste that in there, and now, boom, we're in the Epic Miner here. So in this one here, we have to follow the directions. Find the algorithm Pagal. Change this here. There are three. Changing this line, change your algorithm that you're going to use for mining. There are three possible choices. All right, ProgPal, RandomX, and the other one here. Okay, I'm just going to leave it the same. Running the miner. I'm going to run it by default here. So, let's just look down here and see what. Okay, algorithm. Okay, so this is the RandomX algorithm mining. Run true. This stuff here. I'm going to leave all this alone here. GPU. You can change a lot of settings in here, and you have to read through some more stuff in there. This is how you play around with it. So you could come in here and change your device. This is GPUs. We're not using GPUs because I'm doing CPU, but if you want to change your device, most GPUs start at 0, and there's 1 and 2 and so on. So that's for another video, but just basic stuff here. I'm going to go ahead and press quit. Escape. Quit. Okay. So we're in here. Now, Epic Miner. Okay, it started the Epic Miner. Let's see what happens. We've got our wallet listening. We've got our server running. We've got this thing listening here. And then we've got this thing starting. So in a few minutes, it should start up. And hopefully we've got traction. Okay, there you go. Bingo. We are connected to the Epic server. Our mining status is here. So it's going to do a lot of syncing. I did notice when I first set this machine up here on another Epic 2 server, I was testing it. I could not get it to connect or could not get it to work. It wasn't finding any blocks. So I had to leave because I was taking my son somewhere, and I was gone for 4 days. I came back. I left it running for 4 days, and I had a lot of coins when I got back. So I finally synchronized the settings, and it started flowing. I went back into the wallet and did the wallet info thing, and it was working. So that's how it's set up there. If you guys have any questions, please get on the chats in the Epic community. I'm just kind of making this here to help out that because I've seen a lot of people asking questions, and I thought I would give some to the community here of what I know. I know everybody does stuff a little bit different. If you're an expert on this, yes, I probably didn't do it the same way you did, but this is the way I do it, and it worked. So hopefully people who don't have any experience can see what I did and get theirs going. Good luck on that. And if you do have any questions, my name is Crypto Mike in the system. I'll be glad to help you, at least try to help you on there as I figure this out myself. Thank you. And you guys have a good day and happy mining.